Fuck off, McAfee. Okay. So, for those of you who watch this later on, and somebody might show up live, but I won't know it because I am not looking at comments because I don't want this spoiled for me, because a race that's spoiled for me is just not worth watching. I just got home from work a little while ago. Before I went to work today, I watched Stage 1 live as it happened. At the end of Stage 1, I had to rush out and go to work. I came back home. I have just finished Stage 2. It's ending under caution. Josh Berry, Chandler Smith, Brett Moffitt, and the 91 wrecked because the 91 busted his ass off a 2 for no reason and took out a lot of good cars. Way to go. And I am going to watch Stage 3 here and react as I normally. It's a live reaction to a not live race. Because this race ended hours ago, but I was at work. I have no idea what has happened. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen in Stage 3. Like I said, I watched Stage 1 live, went to work, just finished Stage 2, which it looks like Justin Allgaier is going to win it under caution. So, yeah. This is going to be weird because I'm not going to be able to play off your comments if anybody happens to show up. I am going to look at my phone to make sure the stream is working. I just want to make sure my stream is working. I'm not going to open it for fear of someone spoiling it. So I cannot see your comments. I will read comments after the race. If anybody's here already, I will read your comments after the race is over. So yeah, this is going to be weird. I'm not going to have any comments to go on. Okay, hey Robert. Robert, I just caught your comment. Like I said, I am not looking at comments, but I'm here to react as I would if I was at home watching this race normally. So, yeah. That's Justin Allgaier's first stage win of the year. Really disappointed to see Josh Berry get tore up there because, like I said, I watched Stage 1 earlier and he had a good car. And the best thing is, I can fast forward through commercials. We're breaking the space-time continuum. I'm going to fast forward through commercials. And any potential red flag we get later on, because this is Talladega. So that will make this race infinitely more watchable. They're under the stage caution now, coming to pit road. I think Ty Gibbs has the fastest car, but the RCR Alliance is strong. The Junior Motorsports Alliance just took a hit, but I think the RCR Alliance is strong. But I think the 54 and the 19 are the best pushers, and the 54's got the most speed. I don't really know what to show on the screen, so you're just going to have to look at my OBS. I'm probably going to, every time that I have to go to work during an Xfinity race, I'll come home after work and react to Stage 3. I've watched Stage 2, like I said, but I just started the stream here for the start of Stage 3. Austin Hill, Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, Ty Gibbs, Mike Snyder are the top 5 coming out of the pits. The only positive is getting to skip commercials. That is the only positive. But Robert, I hope you're doing well. Figured it's amazing you're here when I can't really see what you're saying. Because I don't want anybody to jump in and go, oh my God, can you believe that this guy won earlier? And I'll be like, thanks. I'm not even going to chance it. Oh, Larry Mack Reynolds, crew chief of the 3 car. For once, this was an Xfinity race that was on Fox. By the way, when I set this to record on my DVR, I had my DVR record an extra 2 hours after because we know how prone Talladega is to red flags and multiple overtimes. So I shouldn't miss anything here. Have my trusty DVR next to me so I can fast forward. But right now they're showing Dale when he won. I remember watching that race when Earnhardt won Talladega, his last win. I was watching that race. I was at my grandmother's house, and as soon as he won, we quickly turned it off to go eat dinner at my great-grandmother's house, and I got to walk in the room and say, Earnhardt won. I got to tell everybody that Dale won.
Hey, honey, so sunscreen.
Let's skip these commercials just because we can. Gotta love it. Josh Berry got taken out by one of the slowest cars on the fucking track. Brandon Brown got spun out on pit road under this caution. Fox just caught that after the commercial.
He works the telestrator. He has one-liners. He's NASCAR champion Kurt Busch. He spoke too soon. We didn't see anything. Hey, by the way, we talk about everything going on pit road.
Before I left work, I bought 2 bags of flaming hot Doritos or whatever the fuck they're called, and I ate both of those bags when I was watching stage 2. I could not speak. I ate 2 bags back to back, and then my mouth felt like it was on fire. So I just drank a whole damn glass of milk because my zero sugar Gatorade was not cooling my mouth off.
I'm just here to keep you guys honest throughout today's race at Talladega. Observations and thoughts as we get set for the final stage.
Thoughts and thoughts, Austin Dillon. Hey, this actually feels kind of normal here. I just wish I could read comments.
You should have said that.
No, I've really enjoyed watching the way that the 2 lanes have been split, and it invites anybody to jump into the middle, but the middle hasn't generated that energy. But there's just been like 1 or 2 guys that are able to knife their way through and gain the track position. But now this is when everybody's done doing their research, and it's all about making sure.
As soon as stage 1 ended earlier, my work alarm went off, so I had to rush out the door. All right, stage 3. It's Austin Hill, Sam Mayer, Ty Gibbs, Mott Snyder, Sheldon Creed, and Harrison Burton, or not Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, excuse me, Marty Reed moment. Jeb Burton, They raced hard but good, especially at the end of stage 2. It was a back marker that spun out and took somebody out at the back. But they've raced hard and clean. We've had a couple of close calls. I think Moffitt nearly killed Josh Berry about 10 or 12 laps before Josh Berry ended up getting taken out. Noah made a pretty scary move in the middle of the corner next to, I think, Jeb Burton and Anthony Alfredo at one point.
Anytime you can sense that somebody from behind has that energy.
Watch the 54. He is fast. The Gibbs cars in both series this weekend are crazy fast. You saw Bell and Truex are on the front row for tomorrow. Gibbs, to me, has the fastest car in this race, but is he going to have enough help? I just feel like the only thing that's going to stop the 54 is that he's outnumbered. A lot of Chevrolets. That's why Chevy seems to always win these Xfinity races on the play tracks now. Between Kaulig and Junior Motorsports and RCR, they got them covered. Looks like they might settle in and get nice and boring here just in time for the start of my reactions. Long line of single file on the bottom all the way back to about 9th place. Ooh, some jostling going on there. Allgaier's been making aggressive moves today too, but he's been making a lot of good moves.
Yeah, I feel like the spotters are so important, each and every weekend. But when you get to Talladega, your spotter and your communication, your trust level has to be.
Austin Hill, our Daytona winner, out front.
Because, so much is going on, and if they can feel that.
I got to turn right around and go back to work at 8 in the morning, but I get off at 1 o'clock, so don't worry. I'm streaming the Cup race. There's no question. I made sure my Sunday schedule never interfered with that. So we're good. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Cup race after I get off work.
College racing has won 3 of the last 4 here, 6 of the last 10 when it comes to speedway races. Daytona, Talladega. 1 lap led today for A.J. Allmendinger, Daniel Hemrick, and Landon Castle. We'll see if they start to get more aggressive here in the final stage. Coleman?
Yeah, hey, we see about 7 cars single file here at the front. We see the 2 Collie cars trying to.
Ooh, look at the bobble on Noah's car. Well, you guys can't see it. You're not watching right now. It's not like usually when I do this. Got Hill, Gibbs, Creed, Herbst, Allgaier, Ryan Sieg, and Anthony Alfredo, and Noah Gregson. Have them all strung out on the bottom. Trying to keep an eye on where Jeffrey Earnhardt's running. Not going to lie, I kind of root for Jeffrey Earnhardt because it's Larry Mack and it's the 3 car, and it's an Earnhardt.
Tires for the first time this whole race, too. He's probably really feeling good and aggressive right now.
Everybody should have to pit one more time. Ooh, boy, big aggressive move here. Herbst pulled out of line. Anthony Alfredo and Noah went with him. Now Noah pulls back in line. So now Herbst and Alfredo are going to the rear. Look at Sieg up the ass of Allgaier, pushing him up to third place. That outside line might get a little momentum now because some cars further back have pulled out to pick up Herbst and who the fuck else pulled out of line? Herbst and Alfredo. I think Alfredo just got put in the sucker hole. Yep, Alfredo is all alone in the middle, and he goes about 20 cars back and tucks in line on the bottom. Herbst's not doing great either on the top line. He's got Allmendinger and Castle with him, but they're not making a lot of ground. Hemrick, too. There's the 3 Kaulig cars trying to make something happen. And Herbst is trying to reap the benefits.
It's pretty wild. When you get a hole in the nose, you definitely can tell something has changed up front. It just kills those drag numbers. And like you said, you got a parachute.
Today was the most boring day. I mean, it was the most frustrating day of my job because I had to turn off a Talladega race 30 laps in to go to work. And that just hung over me all day. That and a Dollar General in our area closed today because they didn't have enough staff. So all those people that would usually go to that one poured into our Dollar General. Wonderful, right?
Is to use that side draft from the middle lane and just keep picking one car at a time.
Listen to some of these names in the top 10. Jeff Burton, Riley Herbst, Jeremy Clements, Ryan
Hill, Gibbs, Creed, Allgaier, Sieg, Gregson, Clements, Herbst, Jeb Burton. That top line's making some hay. I bet when they come back for commercial, it's probably caught up there. And look at this. We're skipping commercials again. It's my dream come true. See, I don't know how this stream's going to be. I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not. But I figured I'd try this just because I hated not being able to stream Talladega. We got a 5-car breakaway at the front now. Hill, Gibbs, Creed, Allgaier, and Gregson.
I said it earlier. I mean, he's been impressive.
50 to go.
You brought up Atlanta. I already kind of forgot about that. But looking at Truck and Chevrolet, he does a good job.
Oh, Austin Dillon, don't forget about Atlanta. You fuckers got to go race there again soon. I was going to go to that race, but decided against it because it's so far away and it's going to be so damn hot.
RCR teammate of Austin Hill. That kind of locks Gibbs in right now to just, hey man, just ride. There's nothing you're really going to do because if you make a move, you know he ain't going with you.
Here's that visor cam. State water heaters providing this awesome view.
Jeb Burton running 8th with the visor cam. Jeb Burton defending race winner for this event. I was so happy to see him win last year. I just hated that race got stopped early because of rain because it was a phenomenal race. That was one of the best Xfinity races at Talladega as far as I remember. Just sucks I had to end because of rain.
We know these RCR guys have worked really well together, but if you look down at pit road, we look at pit stall number 3.
I like seeing Jeremy Clements up in this lead group. He's in 6th.
Car in pit stall 4.
Riley Herbst trying to make everything work. When he loses ground, he finds a way to get on that bottom line. Now he's pulling out to the top to pick up the Kaulig cars again.
Coleman, take us behind the scenes on the spotter stand when you're setting up and getting organized for a cycle of green.
I heard the ARCA race was a shit show.
We talked about how the radio communication there, he said 1 lap more than
I didn't see much of it, but some guy named Sanchez won. We'll call him Butt Fumble.
that when we're going to pit. Now, that lap just got added on. So all of the manufacturers, we're standing together. We're going to try and do it as safe as a manner to let everyone else know that we're coming to pit road. And also, we don't want to let the other manufacturers know too soon. Expect hands to start waving and communication on the radio start happening.
Fuel window should be opening soonish.
Man, Coleman, I was feeling so good.
48 to go.
The 3 is parked in front of the 2 right here on pit road. I hope that the guys are working together if they do hit pit road the same lap because it's so hard.
So, did I hear the pre-race correctly today when they said Austin Dillon was meant to be the crew chief or something? And then he was like, well, I got to do the race in the booth that day, so let's get Larry Mack, or so was that the story?
10-lap window of when I need to be ready.
Good to see Larry Mack on the pit box, man. I can't believe it's been over 20 years. He really did stop crew chiefing after 2000 or whatever. His last year was with Mike Skinner. He and Mike Skinner had a really badass fast race car at Atlanta in 2000, but they blew up. They did win in Japan together. Larry Mack was his crew chief in Japan, right, when they beat Jeff Gordon? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, and I couldn't tell for sure, but I think that was Luke Lambert that was on the box.
Herbst and those Kala cars are going to find their way up there somehow. It's Herbst, 3 Kala cars, and Brandon Jones. They got speed up there. But the bottom line is just so stable right now. And every now and then, if you look a little further back, there's a third line trying to form up, and that kind of cuts the balls off of the line with Herbst and the Kala cars.
And it's probably one of the first times we've really hit pit road at a speed right now today, what's getting ready to happen. So sometimes you get those shocks bottomed out and you get lock up.
I feel like this video is not going to be worth watching.
Easy to make a mistake.
46 to go. We anticipate green flag pit stops.
Green flag pit stops at Talladega are coming. That's always a problem in the lower series. In ARCA and trucks, it's like a guaranteed crash. But hell, in ARCA, they never happen, thank God. I don't think anybody in ARCA knows how to make a green flag pit stop. Trucks, it's debatable. I figure Colleague and RCR will pit together. Maybe the Junior Motorsports car. We got a caution here with 46 to go. What's the deal? Big chunk of debris on the backstretch in the racing line, so that's a caution. Somebody's rear bumper. We were going to get green flag. I'm with Austin Dillon. I kind of wanted to see green flag stops. Now we just pit and make it. Hey, lap 69. Nice. At lap 69, we have a caution. This is the money stop. I'm not pitting again. Oh, it was the back bumper off of Josh Berry's car. I didn't even realize he was still running.
You knew the debris was from a Chevy, and now we see that it...
Yeah, no shit. I mean, maybe it's the fact that it said Camaro on the back that we knew it was from a Chevrolet.
Andy Street.
You know, for all the shit I talk about Adam Alexander, I'll compliment him on one thing. He does a good job of giving a shout-out to the underfunded guys who run well and overachieve. He calls attention to guys you don't always hear about. Good for you, Adam. And Adam Alexander was actually not bad in the booth when he had Wally Dallenbach and Kyle Petty to play off of. I always thought he was a dweeb, but I missed those TNT broadcasts, except for all the commercials. I think they had the most commercials of anyone. Those races on TNT.
I know coming here in years past, pit crews kind of thought we just get through this race, but track position's so key. Even at these speedway races now, they got to have good pit stops.
Based on how the field was getting strung out there, yes, track position's key. You're going to restart with about 40 or 42 to go. But still, you're not pitting again. This is your last chance to do anything on pit road.
As hot as it is, and knowing that handling has been somewhat of an issue, what do you think? Well, we're going to find out. Everybody coming down here, the window is open, Vince.
I keep wanting to look at my phone for comments, but I can't. Fuel only on Jeremy Clements. Austin Hill, the leader. Fuel only. Ooh, Jeremy Clements got held up by the 35 pulling in front of him. Gas only for Ty Gibbs and an adjustment. Pretty much gas only all the way around from what I can tell. How'd the race off pit road? Ty Gibbs wins the race off pit road over Austin Hill. Sheldon Creed third, Noah Gregson fourth, Riley Herbst fifth. Allmendinger, Earnhardt, Castle, Jeb Burton, and Drew Dollar top 10. Hey, Drew Dollar's still running. It's going a lot better than when he ran Daytona earlier this year, that fucking tool. I like how they keep getting Drew Dollar in super speedway cars. Like, are you trying to kill us all? Are you trying to kill the spectators as well as your fellow competitors?
In Talladega, but here,
they're talking about Junebug.
which is good enough for a tie for second on the all-time list. But the 4 in a row, I mean, just outrageous that he did that here. That's like crazy to think that you could win 4 straight at Talladega because of all the factors.
I just realized they're going to get me copyrighted playing Working for the Weekend. Can you not?
We were racing for second, third with him and
Gibbs, Hill, Creed, Noah Gregson, Riley Herbst, and AJ Allmendinger. That's the front 3 rows. Hopefully no more of that single file bullshit. I want to see some racing. Give me something to react to.
Restart, 42 laps to go. Ty Gibbs in control from the bottom lane.
42 to go.
How long you want to control this?
Noah with a great push. I feel like Sheldon Creed sandbagged Ty Gibbs there, and Noah is shoving Austin Hill. He's not quite clear of the 54. I don't even think he'd take it, though. He's going to stay with the 9. And the 9 has Allmendinger behind him. Although now Creed pulls up. So, yeah, they're hanging Ty Gibbs out. Those Chevrolets ganged up on him. Now the 2 monster cars have got to work together. Noah gave Hill a great push. Creed sandbagged him and then pulled out on him in the corner. Got those Chevrolets lined up in the top. About 7 cars deep, Chevrolets on the top line. Jeremy Clements trying to make a 3rd line. That's going to kill that middle line now. Although Hill's still clear of Noah. God, Chevrolet has such an advantage here, it seems. Austin Hill is becoming a pretty damn consistent super speedway racer. Jeffrey Earnhardt should be ashamed of himself. He's driving the same shit the 21 and the 2 are, and he ain't doing shit today, other than when he started up front. I mean, hell, obviously they got a fast car. They qualified on the pole.
They're happy about what their race car has done for them. They've got enough fuel to get to the end, everybody, with that last pit stop. But still, in case you got overtime laps, you always want to save. They're still having a little fun with it.
There's going to get another caution. Yeah, I mean, yeah, save if you can. If you're running 3rd on back in line, it's pretty easy to save a little. There'll be cautions, don't you worry. Hopefully, for their sake, the cautions don't come too late.
I'm glad they explained it. We don't need to talk about it. They explained everything.
Talladega's looking pretty bumpy these days. It's been about 16 years since the repave. Feels like it was yesterday.
Have fun while you're out there. Be aggressive. The color cars, they figure out the ways to get to the front. And they're trying to win $100,000.
Austin Hill and Noah Gragson still on the bottom. Ty Gibbs shoots to the top, picks up Sheldon Creed. I think that run's going to die just before he gets to turn 3, though. He's not going to get to Hill. Of course, we can't fucking see. But that outside line is even with 2nd place, so it's pretty much 2 by 2 through the whole field now. 40 to go.
They leave that middle open that we see so much of.
And that 3 car back up in the mix. Jeffrey Earnhardt 7th in front of Jeff.
I'd shit myself if Jeffrey Earnhardt wins this race. You guys listening to this now already know what happens. I don't.
You got the cars behind you, so you're outside, looking ahead. Got Allmendinger side drive. There's a lot going on there.
Ooh, boy. Sheldon Creed moved across the back bumper of Ty Gibbs, and they both got a little squirrely coming out of 2. Austin Hill moves up to pick up Gibbs. That gives Noah the inside. Herbst on his bumper. Hill's having to play both lanes. Crank it up. Not again. As far as super speed, I'm going to go ahead and jinx this. Retroactively jinx this race. It's been pretty clean for a super speedway race. So many cars still running. They got to thin the herd at some point, right? Now we got Hill, Creed, Allmendinger, Castle, and Hemrick in the top line. And Hill goes back to the bottom with Noah. He's just playing both lines. Don't tell me Riley Herbst is going to fuck up and win this. Did I miss a Riley Herbst win when I was at work? Oh, my legs and back hurt because I totally wasn't just standing up for 6 hours straight without a break. Ugh. Glad I'm young and can still do that job. Oh, we got a wreck mid-pack. Oh, Brandon Jones and Ty Gibbs. What a shame. 2 Gibbs teammates who raced hard for the win. At Martinsville, I was there, and they've spun and crashed. The 44, Ryan Ellis has big damage. The 08, David Starr. Oh, well, Taz, that's pretty much, to me, the fastest car out of the race. And Hemrick's got major, and Drew Dollar's got damaged. Wow, great camera work, Fox.
The dollar car did as well.
And the spotter just said the 11 was
We're still finding cars.
He's going 3 wide. Wonder if,
Drew Dollar, Daniel Hemrick, Ty Gibbs, Brandon Jones. Sieg get a piece of that. They're looking at Sieg's car. I don't see any damage on him. What in the fuck happened here? I'm looking back. Oh. Man, Gibbs got squirrely, jumped out of line. Hemrick moved up, and they collided, and there they went. There was a little bit of a stack up there.
You got to be nose to nose, tail to tail, and be pushing. And if you get just off,
well, there's your caution to save gas.
Yeah, it looked like to me that 54 had a little bit of a run there, and Hemrick was trying to side draft the middle lane.
I feel like Hemrick and Gibbs just barely touched, but that's all it takes.
Too late getting back up. I'd like to see it again and just.
Jeff Fox, do we have a better camera angle? That's a no. Look at him zooming the fucking camera in. You can't see shit.
Good shove there.
The shove from Sieg to Gibbs, and then Hemrick moved up and clipped into the 54, put himself on the wall, and then all hell broke loose.
Trying to keep that momentum.
Mid-pack.
When you get a run with the guy pushing from behind, and then you just got to still tuck back in line.
Whew.
It's hard to tell right there.
Well, Drew Dollar was in that one, but at least you can't blame it on him.
Before that, they might have just been trying to catch it and made the 11 feel like he had to make a move.
Radio from Hemrick's team. Boy, Hemrick won that race and championship. He sold his soul to Satan, and now he's never going to win again. So that's kind of dumb. Chris Ross is trying to rile up Hemrick and his guys. Said 54 took us out, and they said, and somebody said, well, the 54 said he got hooked by the 38, and Chris Ross said, yeah, sure he did, sure he did. It's like, come on, man, don't rile him up.
I was just gonna say, is we were watching.
But at least 54 got junked too. That makes you feel better, Chris Ross.
It appeared to me the intensity level had really started to change, and then we have this. And Josh Williams, who had gone a lap down early in the race, had gotten his lap.
What the fuck? How do you spin under caution coming to pit road? Josh Williams.
Driving the 78 for BJ McLeod. Under caution at Talladega.
Let me break out my magical time traveling machine and fast forward through these commercials. Whoa. We're breaking the space-time continuum, man. And we're back.
Right here, and I feel like he's trying to get back in line. He's got his hand out. He's actually looking back for Sieg during that wreck right there. I thought 11 actually moved up, but he didn't. He held his line. I think 54 just misjudged the room he had. He had his hand out the window as he's getting turned.
Now what's the hand out the window for in that situation? What's he trying to tell him?
Check up, maybe. I need.
Dude, at 185, 190 miles an hour, I don't have time to take my hands off the wheel, all right? Unless I'm pitting, which they were not. Excuse me.
Just, you're caught now. Just stay in that third, fourth lane up there. You're not going to have a chance to get back in line. And what he was trying to do was usher his way back in line. Like, hey, man, it's like at the nightclub, you wanted to jump over that red velvet rope? No, buddy. You got.
Well, let's just fast forward through this fucking caution horse shit. Fast forward. We're coming to the green, and we're going to get there a little quicker because I'm fast forwarding. Because I got to work at 8 in the morning. So let's get this over with. 32 to go this time. Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Noah Gregson, Riley Herbst. Figure we'll get some teammate shenanigans here from RCR. Will they have a chance? Noah's been a great pusher on these restarts. That sets Hill up for success here. I think Noah might be the best pusher left in this race now that the 54 and the 19 are out. Although, I mean, the 19's still running, but 54's out.
There's over 30 laps here. We think that this might be one of the final few restarts, but still plenty of action to go.
Brett Moffitt getting with it, that green car on the outside lane. Drafting help from Kaz Gralla, making it 3 wide.
They're trying back there to make it 3 wide.
Austin Hill clears Sheldon Creed. Creed tucks in behind him on the bottom with Noah. That inside line is stout,
Different version. You know, usually you see the guys starting the outside.
and they're going to be tough to deal with. Good luck to anybody on that outside line. I don't think it's going to work out for you. We got Herbst and Jeffrey Earnhardt in the outside line, though. I like how Larry Mack said before the race they had such a great plan to work with all their teammates. Have you seen Jeffrey Earnhardt run with his teammates other than stage 1 when they ran nose to tail pretty much the whole time?
The only time they did not win when Austin Cindric won the season opener last year at Daytona. Three of our Dash for Cash drivers in the top 6, Hill leading. Allmendinger and Castle in that mix as well. Myatt Snyder in the top 10.
Every time we check in with Jeff, it's like he's following the 3-car, right? I mean, what's going on here?
He's definitely been helping and been a loyal partner to him most of his races.
Yeah, they're right. They're pointing out Jeb Burton has run with Jeffrey Earnhardt's running with Jeb Burton more than he is his actual teammates.
Connection with somebody out on the track, and you just
Jeb Burton, who Kurt Busch thought was Jeffrey Earnhardt in the pre-race when he said, "Oh, you got RC, Richard Childress pop up there spotting for you," and Jeb Burton said, "Well, I don't know about that." I cringed so hard.
Throwback weekend is in a couple of weeks.
Throwback weekend, woo, Darlington, I'm going to the Cup race. And I should get to stream the Xfinity race. If my work schedule stays the same, I can stream the Darlington Xfinity race. It starts at 1:30. Same for Dover. So if my work schedule stays the same, I should be streaming the Xfinity race live the next couple of weeks, and we won't have to do this. Because honestly, this is like decent and everything, but I don't enjoy this as much as being able to look at your comments and watch the race as it happens. Even though I have no idea what's going to happen here. Big single file train on the bottom. 12 cars deep, breaking away. Austin Hill has just controlled and dominated the majority of this race. Chevrolet just has a stranglehold on the super speedways in this series. I don't know how Cindric managed to win Daytona when he did in the Xfinity Series. There's Brandon Brown. He's the last car in that 12-car breakaway. Sieg pulls up. Well, now they tuck back in line. That brings Herbst back to this front group. So, if I could make a bet right now, I'd say a Chevrolet's going to win this thing. 28 to go. It's Austin Hill, Shona Creek, Noah Gregson, AJ Allmendinger, Landon Castle, the top 5. They going side by side? No, they're going full screen commercial, so I get to fast forward. Yay. Fast forward. And we're back. 25 to go as they scream down the backstretch. I keep seeing those yellow barrels at the exits on the backstretch wall, and I think they're caution lights.
He's out front right now. Let's get a word with Ty Gibbs. Spence?
Ty Gibbs interview.
Care Center. Ty, what happened?
Yeah, I just got a big run by the 38, and I got kind of out of shape and came back down and caught the 11 though. So just apologize to everybody involved. Just a sucky deal. We had a very fast monster Daytona GR Super, and I was proud of my guys.
Hate it for my guys.
A little bit Daytona, we came back there and we were fast, so I feel like we picked up a lot. It was a pretty good hit there, but okay. So
and we cut to a full screen replay instead of watching the race for the win right now. Don't take your hand off the wheel, fucker.
Got a big run, got shoved out, just kind of trying to get back in, got lost, hooked the 11, and part of it. But
anywho, still the same up front as it was before the commercial. I don't know how you're going to wrestle this race away from Hill or Creed, man. So here's a hot take for you. I don't think it's that hot of a take, but Talladega, the Cup race, should only be 400 miles. Agreed? We could shorten Talladega to 400 miles. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. I won't be able to see if you told me I'm wrong or not till after this race is over when I start looking at YouTube comments, but you know what I'm saying. Make sure I got my stupid alarm set for my stupid job in the morning.
we hear from Gregson there. Here's someone to
Go to work at 8. I'm getting out of bed at 7:25. I'm living dangerously. Hope I can sleep worth a shit. Suddenly, that outside line's creeped up to third, so much so that Creed and Hill move up to block Allmendinger and Allgaier. That's a mouthful. I'll just say AJ and Allgaier. How about that? Yeah, we got some racing going on here now. The single file thing is dead.
It's almost like you just lace up your shoes a little bit tighter, and you know you can go a little bit more aggressive when your tires are better than somebody else at a plate race like this.
Allmendinger leading the charge on the outside. He's up to second place. Big push from Allgaier going off into the corner.
Gaps start closing, and then its helmets start getting tighter for some reason. And then you forget to listen to
This new Colic team doesn't seem to work together as well as the previous iterations with Justin Haley. And, of course, Hemrick is damaged right now, so he's not really in contention here. But now, Allgaier and AJ could pull down in front of Creed and separate those RCR cars. I would do that if I was them. I would move down and put Creed a couple of cars back. I know they're going to stay behind the 21 for now because they're Chevrolets, but I'd get that 2 car out of there just to break up the teammates. We're hitting 20 to go this time.
I think it'd be good to hear the 21 because he's done a really good job here. Derek Neal and his spotter kind of spot him to hold the lead.
So many good cars on the outside, so many good cars on the bottom. Ooh, Jeb. Is Austin Hill going to be the new Justin Haley of the Xfinity Series? 4 wide mid-pack.
We just had a third race start. That's going to really start bringing that bottom lane back up to them if they can get established quickly.
About a 6-car breakaway here at the front. 5 cars on the top. The whole field went 4 wide. And it jacked up that inside line's dead now for the moment. Allmendinger and Allgaier could revive it if they wanted to, but they're staying put behind the 21.
As much as you're looking a half lap before, I'm looking to see how close people are into turn 3 and how big that run's going to be off turn 4. Right now they're at the start-finish line. I'm looking at the energy build-up behind AJ Allmendinger. Where Riley Herbst going? That's going to be my momentum off turn 2. You're always trying to be a half step ahead of everyone else.
Riley Herbst in the 98 drops down to that inside lane, getting a push from Sheldon Creed.
If Herbst win, I'm so sorry that I wasn't home to watch it live with you. Austin Hill, H. Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, Riley Herbst, Sam Mayer. Single file up top. Ooh, boy. I thought Allgaier was hooking AJ there for a second. Are they going to full screen? No, they're not. It's side by side. I just got to mute it because I don't want to hear commercials. Okay, with 19 to go, they're showing a commercial, but they're showing side by side so I can still see the race. What about at the Bristol truck race when they went to commercial with like 12 laps to go? Yes, it was side by side, but still, it's 12 fucking laps to go at Bristol, and you choose to show a commercial? Saw that last week. Sam Mayer sitting there in 4th place. I'd love to see Sam Mayer win this fucking race. There's so many guys in that front group I'm such a huge fan of. I think Hill's great. Love AJ. Love Allgaier. Love Sam Mayer. Jeb Burton's a great guy. Ryan Sieg, Alfredo, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Man, that whole top 9. I'd say top 10, but Herbst is in the top 10. And he's a dumpster behind the wheel, so. Inside lines losing ground more and more every lap. The choo-choo train is formed. Oh, wait, we're going to have a caution here. The 5 car just knocked the wall down in 2. Oh, yeah, come on. There you go. Caution's out with 17 to go. The 5 car blew a right front and hit the wall. So now it's going to stack everybody up for one of them late super speedway restarts. Once again, a back marker caution sets up the chaotic late super speedway restart. And they just showed a commercial for the All-Star race at Texas. Next-gen car at Texas, the ultimate test. Five cars getting a push back to pit road. Said it happened on turn 2, so he was never going to make it back. They had to throw the yellow. They still waited to throw the fucking yellow like they always do. Let's fast forward a little bit under this here caution because ain't nobody going to pit. We saw what happened. 5 car hit the wall. Ain't nobody going to pit here.
Wins this thing, there will be.
So I can save me and you some time. They're showing the 98 Daytona 500 for the 10 millionth time on the screen right now. Just fast forwarding, they're riding around under yellow. Austin Hill and H. Allmendinger first and second. Allgaier third, Sam Mayer fourth, Jeb Burton fifth, Ron Sieg sixth. They're doubling up. They just got the 1 to go. Just a little more fast forwarding. This is kind of nice. All right, they're coming off of turn 4, coming through the tri-oval, coming to the green. Hill's got his hand out the window to get that push from Justin Allgaier. Gonna have 12 to go here. Jeb Burton gonna try to win this for the 2nd year in a row from 5th place right now. 12 to go. Great push on the bottom, great push on the top. I think Sam Mayer's doing a little bit better job than Allgaier right now, pushing his driver. They're dead even in 1 and 2. No looking bumpers. Remember, that's still a rule. We just haven't heard about it in a long time.
Absolutely.
I think Mayer did an excellent job there pushing AJ.
Lunging ahead, and then now it brings everybody's draft right up to you, and this is when the
And they're still dead even down the back. I think a big run's coming in this bottom line, though. Jeb Burton just got to the back bumper of Allgaier. He's going to shove Hill off into turn 3. And he is clear. He could take the top. He can stay on the bottom. It's his choice. I do not envy having to make that choice. He moves up in front of AJ. You better stay up there. Stay up there. Stay up there. Oh, no, you're clear. You're clear. Come back down. He comes back down. There's a gap between Allgaier and Jeb behind him, though, so the run's coming back to the top. He moves up to the top. Sam Mayer looking, I don't know what he's doing. He's tucked up behind AJ. I thought he was going to hook him. Big run in the top coming here off of 2, I think. Oh, they got broken up, so it's dead even from second on back. Hill has the advantage. This is when it's fun to stream a super speedway race. Ooh, Sam Mayer almost turned Allmendinger there. They didn't even react. They're 3 wide for second. Sam Mayer's getting put in the middle. He's getting put in the middle. There's a 3rd line forming at the top. Now Mayer and AJ are in the middle. Ryan Sieg with Jeffrey Earnhardt up top, 3 wide for 3rd. I just don't think anybody from that 3rd line is going to win from there. That 2nd line in the middle there has really been hurt by this, but I don't think anybody from that 3rd line on the far outside is going to win either. 10 to go. Oh, big wreck in the back. Big wreck in the back. Brandon Jones, Drew Dollar. Joe Graff Jr., Ryan Vargas. Another big wreck. Back marker wreck again. Kaz Gralla in the 48, he's in that. Mike Snyder's got somebody's rear end stuck to the front of his car.
Shake it, Snyder. Or just slow down.
He's not slowing down, even though they're under caution.
You might need it later in this race. I just hold on to it.
That's what you call being dedicated to your draft partner, right? I mean, just take it with you.
Brandon Brown will not win at Talladega again. Probably good because we have dumbass fans there and it's Alabama. Although I still like Brandon Brown. It's not his fault people are stupid.
Towards the front, you know, this is back with Brandon Jones outside 3 wide.
Brandon Jones, there you go. Brandon Jones just fucking junked his teammate.
Not there.
Not there. Triggered all that.
Made a really dumb move, cut through the middle, and hit Drew Dollar and wrecked a bunch of cars. Way to go, Brandon Jones. Martinsville winner, Brandon Jones. Can't believe I witnessed Brandon Jones win an Xfinity race in person.
Those hopes are over now with this crash.
Yeah, that's a hard one right there to take, too, because you don't see that coming.
Let's fast forward again, shall we? We're just under caution. They're just showing the replay of the fucking wreck over and over. I've seen it. You saw it when it happened because you were probably watching earlier while I was at work. I hate working. Working during a race while a race was going on was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. I mean, I did it last week during the truck race. That was trucks. This was an Xfinity Series race at Talladega. It was Talladega, man. I shouldn't be at work during any Talladega race, let's be honest. I think it's a bunch of horse shit, but I'm not going to argue with the lady. I managed to get Sundays and Mondays to where I'm going to work Sunday mornings, but I can watch the race in the afternoon. They were coming to the green, but it looks like they waved off the restart because there was a big tire carcass laying in the track. So they're going to restart with 4 laps to go. I love being able to fast forward this. Here they come to the Gaku restart zone. Coming to 4 to go. Hill and Allgaier on the front row. 4 laps. Jeb Burton pushing Austin Hill. Sam Mayer pushing his teammate Allgaier. I like that push in the top. I like having Mayer and Allgaier hooked up. I think that could be the winning combination to overthrow Hill here, who's just had a stranglehold on this race. But Colleague, I think, is aligned. Well, RCR Colleague. Oh, Sam Mayer. Oh, Sam Mayer got turned by Allmendinger. Crashes Austin Hill, and there you go. This race is wide open now. Sam Mayer got turned and crashed into Austin Hill. Hill had that race in the bag, man, but I liked the combination of Allgaier and Mayer. It did get Allgaier the lead, I think, and it took out Austin Hill. So this race is going to go to overtime now. Save gas. Just to stack up in that tie. It's a lot like the Ty Gibbs deal earlier, just to stack up. AJ shoved, and unfortunately Sam Mayer will not win.
And that's where the spotter was saying, hey, there was a gap behind you. Here comes the...
Who's left running for the $100,000? I ain't even been paying attention to that. AJ's left. I think he's running for it. Inertia, that's a good word, Kurt Busch. Hey guys, it's almost midnight, and I have to work at 8 in the morning. Alright, I'm going to fast forward some more, because we're under caution. Want to get on with this. They're working on Austin Hill's car on pit road, but I don't see how that thing's going to continue. Showing a race recap right now of our journey so far. I just want to see the fucking finish and go to bed. They're talking to AJ's crew chief right now, and they're going to come to the green for an overtime attempt. Always goes well overtime at Talladega. Pace car is in. Watching a race with all the boring shit cut out. I love this. Allgaier, Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, and Jeb Burton. 2 to go. Is AJ finally going to win a super speedway race? He's been so close. AJ's been so close. Is Allgaier finally going to catch a break on one of these? He's got Creed shoving him hard out front. A little bit bitter on the bottom. AJ trying to pin him down and get any side draft he can. They almost touch. Herb shoots up to the top. That's going to get that outside line going. Oh, Castle through the middle. That breaks it up. There's still more momentum on the outside. Allgaier's got to pick up Sieg. Allmendinger's clear. Allmendinger is the leader once again, coming to the white flag. And Austin Dillon's out. Big crash, going to overtime, part 2. This time Sheldon Creed got crashed. Allmendinger was the leader, coming to the white flag again at a super speedway, and he's going to have to do another restart. 2 RCR cars dead. Jeff Earnhardt is their only hope now. Austin Dillon cringes. Not really a backmarker crash, but they were 4 wide for about 10th place, and it didn't go well. And poor Sheldon Creed gets the worst of it.
47 into the 45, yeah.
Damn it, safer barrier. 2-car got airborne a little bit there.
Yeah, the inertia.
Man, hard lick.
The car up like that. Those are hard hits. And again, he was minding his own business against Cliff.
Drew Dollar's still running. He just drove by that wreck.
That's how these restarts are. Everybody's just pushing, ripping, galloping.
Fighting off his instinct to join said wreck because he's Drew Dollar.
Racing product.
Things change in a hurry here.
At 47 is Greg Alden.
Just think, in a couple of minutes, I'll be able to look at anybody who's left comments here during this stream. Let's fast forward some more and get to the second overtime attempt. God forbid they red flag it. If they do, I'm really going to hit that fast forward button. They're back in the studio talking to Michael Waltrip and Jamie McMurray. Second overtime. And are we coming to the green here?
Hey, I kind of agree with Frank right there.
No, they're not coming to the green yet. Now I think they're coming to the green. They sure are. Look at old Larry McReynolds up on that pit box.
He looked a little more stressed than he's supposed to be.
Jeffrey Earnhardt is running top 10. I don't think he's in a position to win this race. But a couple more deals like just happened on the last 2 restarts, and who knows? This is overtime number 2. Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, Jeb Burton, and Ryan Sieg, followed by Castle and Gregson. Great push on the bottom. Boy, Ryan Sieg shit the bed. AJ's going to pull away with this again, I think. They're stacked up on the bottom, shoving hard. Hell yeah, Jeb Burton's doing a great job here. He gets AJ clear. Now here comes a late run from the top. AJ, he got too far out front. He chose not to block the 7. Boy, the 7's going to clear him by a mile down the back. That was a mistake. If I was him, I'd have had to pull up and block that run. I would have had to have blocked that run with 2 to go. And now the inside line's fucked because Alfredo just took it 3 wide. Allgaier pulls ahead by 3 car lengths. Look at this run Jeb Burton has going into 3. He's going to get back to Allmendinger's bumper. Allmendinger's going to have another shot. I think Justin's too far out front. Justin Allgaier's really vulnerable here. And Ryan Sieg's going to be the guy to capitalize. Never mind, caution's out. What the fuck? What for? Oh, the 51 stopped off of turn 2. Third overtime attempt. What a clusterfuck. We've got to be at the point where gas is a little bit of a concern.
Curtis, we just had so many
Ugh.
laps, you know?
Jeremy Clements, car shut off, going to a third overtime, and I'm hitting fast forward again. See, I'm really glad I recorded all this extra time on my DVR because I know these races run long. Every damn Xfinity race this year is fucking run long, including the one I was at. We got cars straddling the apron now, saving gas under this caution. We're coming to the green.
I love it.
That's right.
Jeffrey Earnhardt still in the game.
You guys got it totally under control down there.
Dad's got him pumped up there on the spotter stand.
All right, we're going to try it one more time.
Just the last one, or can we?
Third overtime attempt. Remember, we have unlimited of these.
Overtime number 3 at Talladega. Front row, Allgaier and Allmendinger, and we set
Yeah, maybe this race didn't end too long before I got off work.
Noah Gragson behind him. That means
Third overtime.
in the low lane.
AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier front row. Ryan Sieg, Noah Gregson, Jeb Burton, Riley Herbst. Allgaier, I feel like, had a good chance to win this race. Still does, but man, he was gone. Of course, there was. Allgaier's out of gas. He pulls out a line coming to the green. That puts Noah on the front row, and Noah launches. Allgaier's not going to make it back, guys. He ran out of gas at before start finish at 2 to go. Either way, Noah Gregson takes the lead because Justin ran out. Big push from Sieg to Allmendinger down the back. Don't tell me this is going to end with a Noah win. Give me a break. Sieg, you got to stay in line. You're not going to win from third place, man. You are not going to win from third place. It's just not possible. There's no run coming from anywhere. Noah's out front. No real momentum behind him just yet.
This is when the
think AJ lagged back there going into 3, and he's going to close up to him off of 4 here, but will he make the move now? Does he have enough to make the move yet? Ryan Sieg is fucking this race up and making it real easy for Noah to win this thing. 4-car breakaway. I think Noah's going to win it. We're coming to the white flag. No caution. I guess Allgaier got out of the way. No caution. There's no run whatsoever. I just feel like nobody's going to get to Noah. Here comes a big run. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Too far back. Sieg gets clipped. Gathers it up and saves it. They're going to get one more good run. Jeffrey Earnhardt to the back bumper of Allmendinger. They're going to get one more good run at this. Push! Jeffrey! You fuckers are making this so damn easy. God, Noah's got it won because nobody will fucking push. Noah throws a block on AJ in the center of the corner. Oh, there they go. They come together. 3 wide per second, bouncing off each other. Jeffrey Earnhardt into second place. Does he have anything? Anything left? Anything left? Big run. Come on, Jeffrey. Come on, Jeffrey. It's not enough. This dickhead's going to win because these idiots couldn't stop fucking hitting each other. Noah Gragson wins Talladega. Jeffrey Earnhardt finishes second. That was the dumbest fucking 2 laps I've ever seen. And it was all Ryan Sieg's fault. And then Jeffrey, you should have pushed AJ to get to the 9. You were not going to get to the 9 on your own. It's hard to generate a run with these cars because of the lack of rear downforce. There's not a big spoiler in the back to get those big runs. But yeah, good race, good finish. Jeffrey Earnhardt, I thought coming off of 4 he might get one good run, but it just didn't happen. So Gragson wins because Allgaier runs out of gas and Ryan Sieg fucks it up for everyone. Hooray. Oh, I can look at comments now. Let me see what comments I've been missing. Well, that was just a series of unfortunate events that last couple of overtimes. All right, what comments did I miss? Okay, I'm just now reading all your comments.
He's going to have this big run down the backstretch.
Watch that 3-car. And he's going to change lanes here. And it just looked like the car was like in yaw as he went to go and change lanes and go back.
I tell you this much, expect a bunch of overtimes. Yeah. At least we get to fast forward through all those damn cautions. Thank you guys for stopping by. Like I said, my work schedule's a little weird, but if I continue to work later on Saturdays, I should get to stream the next couple of Xfinity races. Sunday mornings, though, I get off at 1 o'clock. I will be here for the Cup races come hell or high water. I'm not missing those. God, that was so stupid. Ryan Sieg. You're not going to win. Look at Larry Mack. Oh, they almost had it. Larry Mack was saying, come on. Larry Mack has tears in his eyes. God damn it. Larry Mack had tears in his eyes, fist pumping, going, come on, come on, come on, when they were coming through the tri-oval. Oh, I was hoping for a miracle there. Jeffrey Earnhardt winning would have been phenomenal. Well, I did say a couple minutes ago, I said, a couple more restarts like that, and Jeffrey will be right in this thing, and there he was. Kept his nose clean the whole race, ran a smart race. Larry Mack's strategy was on point. Can't believe Allgaier ran out of fucking gas. Can't believe the 51 stopped on track, and it cost Allgaier the fucking race. AJ Allmendinger was leading coming to the white flag again in a super speedway and gets fucked over again. I said, is he ever going to win one of these? I can talk to you guys now while you're here. I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes, but yeah, I just... Work today, it was just as easy as the other days, but it just felt really like it went by so slow today, and I was irritated by not being able to watch the race because I had to turn the race off at the end of stage 1 and go to work. That really sucked. Yeah. I appreciate you guys not spoiling anything in the comments, though. Even though I don't read comments, it's nice to get on here afterwards and see that, oh, nobody spoiled anything. But I'm still not going to look at the comments while I'm doing these. That's why I said we're just going to do like stage 3 of the Xfinity, or of any race I have to miss, we'll do stage 3 for these. Because you saw, nothing happened in stage 1 today. Josh Berry won it. Stage 2 happened, not much happened there. And then that wreck at the end, and that's when I started my stream here, when I got to the end of stage 2. Hope you guys had a good Saturday. My Saturday sucked, and I got to get up and do it again in the morning, but it's a short day. Short shifts. I got a job with short shifts to keep me from blowing my brains out. And I have built-in Sunday afternoons off and Mondays off for rainouts. And Dick, you know, Ty Gibbs just called so much attention to himself lately for being a dick. I don't even hate Noah that much now. I mean, I still don't like the little bastard, and I think he's a piece of shit. And I will never like him, most likely. I don't see a scenario where I would ever like Noah Gragson. But I'm not that mad that he won. I'm just frustrated by the decision-making of everybody that was behind him there that made it so fucking easy for him to win. Ryan Sieg, come on. You're not going to win from third. You just got to push that second-place car to get there. You got to use that second-place car to get there to have a chance, or you're not going to win. Landon Castle gets a top 5. Good for him. We got Gregson, Jeffrey Earnhardt, A.J. Allmendinger, Landon Castle,
You'll probably find him on the boulevard later.
first through fourth.
I don't know. He's racing tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You can't. Oh, he's going to be bummed.
Ryan Sieg, 5th. Anthony Alfredo, 6th. Riley Hurt, 7th. Joe Graff Jr., 8th.
Including the season opener.
Mott Snyder, 9th. Brett Moffitt, 10th. Josh Berry, 11th. Moffitt and Berry got junked earlier. They finished 10th and 11th.
He's won 5.
Drew Dollar, 13th. Boy, this finishing order is just bizarre. Well, because I refuse to listen to this mouth breather's fucking post-race interview, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here and prepare to go to bed. So, hope y'all who stopped by still enjoyed the stream just the same. It felt mostly the same to me. I just hate not being able to look at comments, but it's for the best. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.